Welcome back to Movie Review Mom. Today, the movie I'm reviewing is Angry Birds 2, the sequel. It is rated PG. It's 1 hour and 36 minutes. And the Movie Review Mom grade I gave it is a C plus. It's not very good. First of all, does anyone even play Angry Birds, that app game, anymore? Well, Sony Pictures is definitely hoping so. They raked in $350 million in 2016 for the first Angry Birds movie. And I know that they would love to repeat that with this sequel. Did you like the first one? If yes, then you might get a kick out of this one. If not, then you can skip it. Do you even remember anything about the first movie? Nope, neither do I. The animation is very colorful. It's filled with lots of pop culture, and it's directed by Thurop Van Orman. First, some quick tips for parents. There is some bullying, and in fact, the whole challenge between in the first movie was the birds versus the pigs, and it starts off where they're not in full-on war, but they're just more pranking each other, which was kind of cute. But then comes another enemy, and the question is, will they team up together or continue to bicker while they've got this other threat? There's name calling. There's not any profanity, but there's a lot of cleanish versions of profanity where birds and pigs and other creatures say things that sound like profanity. In one scene, it shows a bird spewing profanity, but a horn bleeps out all of the words. And there are quite a few religious exclamations and lots of potty humor. It's a kids' movie, right? There's a comical mating dance, and your kids might ask what that means. And a lot of the birds are angry very often. There's lots of yelling and screaming, which as a parent was not funny to me. Just it was annoying to me. There are some signs with misspelled words on them. There are lots of jokes about body fluids and sounds. And there's this one scene that shows male birds peeing in urinals in a bathroom, and the pee's kind of going all over the place. You know, the kids will probably laugh hysterically. And as a parent, you'll just roll your eyes and think that's super gross. There's talk of toxic masculinity, which is all over social media now. So that might offend you. There are some male characters that kind of portray that type of attitude that might offend you. There are, in fact, a love child is revealed, which seems really odd for a children's movie, right? That sort of seemed inappropriate to me because your kids are probably going to have questions about what that's all about. So good luck with that. The kids will love the hijinks and shenanigans. I don't even know if they know what those words are. Am I just sounding really old right now? The story's a bit confusing, so they may not understand what's going on, but they'll be entertained nonetheless. There's some adult humor, meaning references to things that will just fly over the heads of the kids, which in some cases is good because sometimes it goes a little dark. There are some birds that drink alcohol, and then there are many shots of pig and bird rear ends. So there you go. The positive themes are unity, teamwork, love, friendship, selfishness, the importance of being liked. And that's definitely worth talking to your kids about. What are they willing to do, maybe in a negative sense, to make sure people like them? And so talk to them about preserving their own integrity and not just doing anything to be popular. Tolerance for others that are not like you is another theme. And then one of the lines that kind of sums up the whole theme of the movie is when Red, played by Jason Sudeikis, says, "We are strongest when we all band together." So some other things that I really liked are, first of all, the talented voice cast. It includes Jason Sudeikis, Josh Gad, Awkwafina, Sterling Brown, Peter Dinklage, Zach Woods, Nicki Minaj, David Dobrik, Tiffany Haddish, and SNL favorites Maya Rudolph, Leslie Jones, Bill Hader, and Pete Davidson. And I really got a kick out of the gifted Rachel Bloom when she starred in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. That series started off really playful and fun, and then it kind of went kind of dark and crazy, I guess appropriately, and then pulled it back and saved the day at the very end. Anyway, one thing I thought was interesting about the cast is we recognize all of those voices when they are in animated films, right? But in this movie, not so much. For example, let's see, let me give you an example. Josh Gad, his voice is so recognizable, and it seemed like he had tried to change it a little bit. Even some of the other actors that I mentioned, they weren't as recognizable as I've heard them in before, which is fine, I guess. There were lots of cute visual and musical gags, tons of them. Many of them, like I mentioned, will go over your kid's head, but many of them made me actually laugh out loud. However, many of them also fell flat. So there's lots of fast moving action. And there's a side story with three little hatchlings that's pretty cute. Their little voices are adorable. And then the longer list includes the things that I don't like. First of all, audiences are mostly wondering why this movie exists. This sequel seems like an obvious cash grab and a desperate attempt to revive this app, right? And I think that is sort of an instant turnoff for audiences. It definitely has a target audience, which is certainly young children. There's really only one line in the movie that sums up what happened in the first Angry Birds movie. And if you haven't seen it, it might be a little confusing in the beginning because it starts off with the birds and the pigs fighting, and you're like, wait, what? But I'll catch you up. Birds versus pigs. That's the summary of the whole first movie. And then Red becomes a hero, even though he spends the entire movie very angry. In this movie, he's angry, but he's also confused and he's frustrated. So there are other emotions. Some of the parents will be annoyed by all of the frantic yelling and just all the commotion and chaos. The plot wanders around and appears very easily distracted. Act 3 went a bit scientific and technical, so young kids won't quite understand what's going on, but they'll still be entertained. And even parents will be going, wait, what? Some of the characters are just more annoying than funny, I thought. And so there's no need to race out and see this movie. This is one of those movies that plays in the background at your house to keep the kids occupied while you try to pay your bills or mop the floor. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's my movie review. I hope you enjoy it if you see it. Be sure and subscribe to the Movie Review Mom channel. Ring the bell and you'll be notified whenever I have a new video that I've uploaded. And visit our Facebook group where you can chat with other movie lovers about all of the movies that you love and hate. Anyway, that's my review for now. Bye for now.